What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the page. If you are new, hit the like button on this video, go down to the bottom, hit the follow button or subscribe button, whatever you are that you're watching this on. Hit it, like it, follow me. Let's go win these matches. We got 2021 coming up, new shooting season coming up. You can take all this knowledge I'm teaching you and go bring home these trophies. So I have a good one for you today. Okay, today we're gonna be talking about shooting in the wind. Why did I pick this topic to do? Because look at this. We got all this wind up here. So I thought it'd be a good time to talk to y'all about it. Alright, so shooting pistol matches in wind is very, very, very different from rifle. So when you're shooting rifle up to 200, 300, 600 yards for service rifle matches, the wind plays a major effect in your shots and your shot process and everything that's going on. So you have to make wind calls so that the wind can push your bullet into your target where you want it to hit at. So with pistol, it doesn't affect us as much as it does rifle shooters, but it does have an effect on us. Okay, so when we're shooting at 25 and 50 yards, okay, that's not enough range for the wind to actually move our bullet, to, from, or off the target. You know what I'm saying? So you don't really got to make those wind calls in your sights. So you don't have to make the wind calls in your sights, but what it affects us on is our shooting position. Okay, and so whenever you're holding your pistol up, right, you got your pistol up, you're holding it up, you're holding it. Now the wind will start blowing you around, start blowing your arm around, blows your body around, your position around, and so that's how it affects us. Okay, rifle shooters also get that, but it's also pushing their bullets around downrange. So we're just dealing with the position movement that the wind is giving us. So if you ever travel to Camp Perry, Ohio, and you shoot the national matches up there, that's where we hold our national matches for pistol and rifle, you're going to get a lot of wind off of Lake Erie, because the range itself, like the impact area is Lake Erie, is all it is. So you got all this wind coming from Canada and the lake and everything that's just blowing hard, blowing you all over the place as you're trying to shoot. All right, so when you're shooting slow fire at 50 yards, okay, what you really need to do is kind of like right now. You see the wind's not really blowing right this second. A little bit of wind movement, okay? When the wind picks up, starts blowing really hard, put your pistol down, put the gun down, and you wait for that lull in the wind. You're going to get some lulls in the wind where the wind is not so bad, and that's when you pick your gun up and you take your shots, okay? But that's only during the lull, and it's only during slow fire, but you have to ride that lull out, okay? And what's funny, if you're shooting at Camp Perry, you'll notice when the lull is coming, depending on what fire point you're on, you'll hear one end of fire line and all in unison go pow, 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 like a ripple effect all the way up till it gets to you, because the lull has finally reached you and you can finally put your gun up and pull the trigger. That's kind of funny to me, just listening to it come all the way down the line, ta 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 ta, all the way down. But that's when you know, hey, wait, here it comes, my lull is coming, let me get ready for it. So wait for your lull, bring your pistol up, take a shot. So timed and rapid fire at 25 yards, adjusting for the wind air, that is a different animal. It's actually out of our hands, because that one there, you got 20 seconds shoot 5 shots, 10 seconds to shoot 5 shots, and you do that back to back to back to back. So you don't have time to wait for lulls, okay? And as soon as the target's turn, that's when your time starts, and you just got to get hammering down on that trigger. So you just don't have time to wait for a lull. So you just got to shoot in whatever weather condition is thrown at you at that time. So how do I adjust for the wind at 25 yards? So this is what I do. Depends on how bad the wind is actually blowing. If it's blowing enough to actually move my position off my natural point of aim and off the target that I'm looking at. So what I'll do is I'll get my natural point of aim on my target, right? I'll get settled in, natural point of aim. Let's just say that the wind is blowing from left to right. Okay, if it's blowing from left to right, what I'll do is I'll take my natural point of aim and I'll move it to the left, to a little bit into the wind, so that the wind actually blows me back to where my original natural point of aim is. That's one tactic you can do. Now, with that being said, if you do that, you gotta be very cautious and take precautions for if you make that minor adjustment and all of a sudden you get a lull in the middle of your string of fire, your natural point of aim is gonna be way off, and you gotta be able to catch that before you shoot that next round. And as you noticed at the beginning of the video, I had this little string hanging from my gun box that was kind of blowing in the wind a little bit. And that there is just to kind of give me an idea of how much the wind is actually blowing at my position. Okay, it's not really trying to figure out which direction everything's going. Sure, it helps, but I'm just trying to see how much wind is actually blowing on my shooting position. Which again, here I'll show you in just a second. So that's it. It's just a little blue lanyard that I've got cut up that I put on there with my scope. This is your typical strong case gun box. It's a small one, holds 3 pistols. You put your little knickknacks and stuff in it. All this good stuff, motivational stuff, whatever, everything you need to complete a match. Anyway, that's my little wind catcher, I guess we can call it. And it just sits there, and it gives me an idea how much the wind is actually blowing. Alright everybody, that's all I have for this video. I hope this video has helped you at least come up with some kind of idea of how to shoot in the wind and be competitive in the wind for outdoor bullseye pistol. If you're shooting indoors, obviously this video is not for you, but there's other videos that you can go back and watch that are for you. Again, focus on your front sight, focus on your trigger control, most importantly, focus on you. Good things will too.